Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano. Today we're going to be taking a look at the five most, undervalued smartphones right now, coming into 2022 and stuff like that. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through if you're new. And make sure you subscribe and get notified for more videos just like this. And make sure you hit the bell icon as well. And I truly appreciate you. But if you're already a part of the crew, so now the first phone I want to talk about is the Blackvue A80 Pro. This has a 13 megapixel Samsung camera with the 8 megapixel on the front, 4,680 milliamp hour battery. It has really good performance, and I really like the matte finish on the back of here. Also, you get a SIM card slot right here for expansion of your storage as well. You also do get an LED light. On the bottom of here, you do get another set of cameras that I'll get into in a little bit more detail. 6.49-inch LCD IPS display at 19 by 5:9 aspect ratio, and it is 720 by 1560, 265 for the PPI. Here's when basically this thing cracked on the screen, but I did put a tempered glass on there so I could still use it. But it was a really solid phone. It still is pretty good. That's why it's very undervalued. Like I was gonna get another one, but I was like, I might as well just keep using this one since it's still working and everything like that. But the fact that this thing is getting a software update is pretty cool as well. So I really do like that part about it. LED light on the top right hand corner. I can't make that turn on by heart or by will, but it's like right here whenever you get a notification when the screen is locked. So I just want to throw that out there. 64 gigabytes of internal storage coupled with 4 gigabytes of RAM, and ARM Mali T880 MP2 for the GPU for graphics, and we also do get the Helio P25 on this thing. So just a really nice solid overall budget device for like around 110. I'll make sure to leave the cheapest links down below. Now the next device we're going to be talking about is the Samsung Galaxy A30, and this has a 16 megapixel on the front, 16 on the rear for the camera as well. We also do have an Exynos processing chip, which is the 7904, and it's pretty much pretty decent for the clock speeds. Power button right here on the side, volume rockers right above it, fingerprint on the back, and we also do get an AMOLED display, which is kind of cool because it's going to be extremely bright when you're looking at the colors on this phone. Really lightweight and nice form factor in the hand, polycarbonate back on here. So but we do have a 6.4 super AMOLED panel on here. Not AMOLED, it's a super AMOLED, so it's actually pretty cool. And it's a really lightweight phone, 4,000 milliamp hour battery on this guy. We also do have a 1080 by 2340 display on this guy, so you could pretty much use all your apps and everything like that. You can get to different things on here really quickly. Gorilla Glass 3 on this guy. We also do have a 2.5D curved screen on this thing as well. It's really cool to look at. Full HD plus, like I said before, water drop notch on this thing as well. So really just a nice solid device, still really undervalued in 2021, but really solid with the 4 gigabytes of RAM coupled with 64 gigabytes of internal storage, gyroscope for gaming, 60 megapixel with the secondary 5 megapixel, and like I said, that 16 on the front. Another really solid undervalued budget device in 2022 is the LG K50S, and this is a really solid budget device. Triple cameras around back. I like the camera setup because you could use the wide angle on here for video as well as the standard 13 megapixel 4,000 milliamp hour battery, 6.5-inch LCD IPS display on here, power button on the right side right here. Then you have your SIM card ejector and SD card expansion as well, type C for charging, headphone jack on the bottom with the microphone on the bottom, as well as a bottom firing speaker microphone at the top. We do get the Google Assistant button as well as the the gap in the middle of the volume rockers. I like the gap there because you could kind of differentiate which one is which. But overall, really solid build, feel in the hand, fingerprint sensor around back as well. It also does have Face ID on this thing, which is pretty cool. But one of the things I really do like about the device right here is that it feels really good in the hand. 3 gigabytes coupled with 32 on board. Military standard 810 Gs for dust and water, so that's pretty cool. But 19 by 9, 259 for the pixels per inch. You get the MediaTek Helio P22 on board. App tray is also on board right here. You can see it has a nice smooth feel to it whenever you're scrolling, and you get that sideways app tray. A lot of people miss that sideways app tray just because like it just goes sideways. It looks really good. And you know, you get the MediaTek Helio P22 on this thing, accelerometer, light sensor, as well as a proximity sensor, 5-angle wide angle camera, which is one of my favorite parts about this device as well. But you know, you can just jump into that like here, and then you can see that it goes a little bit wider. And so that, you know, I like that feature about this device. You also have portrait mode on this thing, as well as I believe double tap to close, double tap to wake as well, which is kind of cool. But I still really enjoy this device. I still think it's really undervalued. And another thing that's cool is it does have that notification light at the top of the phone, which is pretty cool. So it turns blue when you get a notification, and when it's turning on, it's like a red color, which is kind of cool. Now, next device we're going to be talking about is the Samsung Galaxy A02s. And this just looks really good. When you take a look at this device, it just looks really good, feels good in the hand, has this nice matte texture to it, dual texture with you can feel a little pattern here, and then here it's smooth. The cameras are very well kept inside of the device. You also do get a 13 megapixel around back, 5 on the front, 6.5 PLS HD plus display, 20 by 9 aspect ratio on this thing. And it's going to be pretty decent with a drop notch at the top, power button right here on the right hand side, and you do get your volume rocker right above it. It's Type-C charging and a microphone, as well as a headphone jack and bottom firing speaker, microphone up top, an expansion for your SD card as well, dual SIMs on here as well on board. But this is just a really solid device overall, because it's going to be like $120 or something, really affordable. You might be able to get it like free on a carrier deal or something. But overall, just a really solid device. It also has a Snapdragon 450 with 4 gigabytes coupled with 64 gigabytes of internal storage as well. And you know, the cameras are 13 megapixel, 2 megapixel around back for portraits, and 2 megapixel around back for your macro lens.
It was a nightmare.
So this device does look pretty decent when it comes to the display. You don't get a fingerprint sensor on here, but you do get your you know, pattern, password, and PIN and facial recognition on here. So I just want to throw that out there, but very customizable. Right now I have a theme on this thing, so you can see that the icons look different. Let me just put the brightness up so you can see what it looks like. And you do get the One UI 3.1 on here with the Android 11. And so, you know, everything just feels pretty decent, with especially coupled with the 4 gigabytes of RAM. But I really think this is a solid pickup, very undervalued device in 2022. Now, the next device we're going to be talking about is the Yuma Digi A11, and this is a really solid budget device for, you know, the price and everything like that, because it's going to have some pretty decent specs. We also do get a really good build quality on here. You can see it does have like this really nice, you know, basically it's like a really nice build to it. It looks really good, feels really good in the hand. You can get 2 different variants, the 3 gigabytes with the 64 or the 4 with the 128. And it does say Beyond Dreams on here with this suede, like the matte finish on the back, which feels good. Then you can see the Yuma Digi print right above beneath it. Android 11 on here, 5,150 milliamp hour battery on this guy as well. And let me just open this thing up. But you're also going to get the, you know, the U notch on the top, decent brightness overall. It does get plenty bright as well. So right now it has the dark mode, so let me just turn that off so you can see a little bit better. Like, I like to keep the dark mode on just because it saves, battery. But nice feel in the hand. You get the Type-C on the bottom, speaker below, microphone on the bottom, headphone jack up top, and your SD card on the left side with the Google Assistant button right here. Also, you can change that. You get your power button right here with the fingerprint inside of it, and the volume rockers right there. So just the overall really solid budget device. Feels really good in the hand. Also, you can get to all your apps really quickly on this thing, and just really nice feel on here. Definitely it feels really good in the hand, and some decent cameras as well, because we're gonna get the definitely gonna have some good cameras around back. Gyroscope, thermometer on here, accelerometer, compass is even on here. 16 megapixel camera with an 8 megapixel wide angle and an 8 megapixel on the front. But these would definitely be like my top 5 most undervalued devices of 2021, because they still are pretty good and everything like that, and they still have a lot of cool features. Everything's on board: screen recorder, screencast, everything like that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'm gonna get right back with you later, groupies.